here in Rwanda. And on that note, we are going to take 1 minute moment of silence in the commemoration or remembrance of the people who fell during the time. So let's take 1 minute of silence. Thank you very much, thank you very much. And now we are going to transition straight into the national anthem. We would request the team that will be playing the national anthem for to face the flag, if that is all right with them. If that is all right with them. So we're going to start with the Kenyan national anthem. Would request Team Kenya to kindly face the flag as the national anthem is playing. The flag on the pole. Thank you so much. And now we're going to transition straight to the Tanzanian national anthem. Tunaenda kucheza nyimbo ya taifa ya Team Tanzania.
Now
Asanteni sana, thank you very much. We request Team Tanzania kusalimia Team Kenya, and we are going to start our match in a few minutes from now. Thank you so much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 4 of Kwibuka Women T20 Tournament. Today is June 12, 2022, and we are close to the mid-tournament. And the game this morning is Tanzania encountering Kenya. The teams that are following each other on the points table. Kenya being number 2 after winning 3 games out of 3. And Tanzania is number 3 out of winning 2 games out of 2. Yeah, and Kenya won the toss and they chose to bowl. And here we have the officials on ground. It's Vicky Prajapati, the leg umpire, and the main umpire, John Trust. And we have the third umpire. Eric Hirwa. And the openers for Tanzania is the captain herself, Fatuma Kibasu, together with Swam Mte. And the opening bowler for Kenya is Ochieng.
Our dear viewers, again, a very warm welcome to the 4th day of Kwibuka International T20 Tournament. We are coming to you live here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium, which is located in Kigali at the outskirts of Kicukiro district, where Team Tanzania is taking on Team Kenya. It's a really crucial game, given that Team Kenya is the second on the table and Team Tanzania is third. So this game is really crucial. And in the commentary box today with me, my name is Mary Mina, and I'm joined with Romeo Romaric, your very own Romeo Romaric, and we are going to be with you throughout this match. Excellent performance that's going on at the moment. We are seeing a lot of boundaries as Tanzania try to utilize the power play as much as possible. They're really known for starting heavy, especially the captain herself. That's a really good straight shot that cruises but couldn't get all the way to the boundary and help them get a quick 2 over there. And the teams of today that are playing, Team Kenya, Team Tanzania, there's Fatuma, who's opening at the moment and doing a really great job with the bat. And there's Nasra Said, there's Shufar Mohammed, there's Huda Mauricio, Paris Kamunya, who's a very dangerous bowler, as Zinaida Jeremiah, Swaum Mtae, Sophia Jerome, Mwanaid Swedi, Agnes Quell, Tatu Shabani, and the 12th is Linda Masawe. That's the team that's playing this morning's game, Team Tanzania there. And for Kenya on the field is, of course, the captain Quinta Abel, Sharon Juma, the wicketkeeper, Daisy Njoroge, Vanessa Uoko, Esther Wachira, Lavenda Idambo, Muslin Ocheng, Veronica Abuga, Melvin Idambo, Mary Mwangi,
Sarah Wetoto, and the 12th is Monica Ndambi. As we speak at the moment, the partnership between Fatuma and Swaom is going swiftly well. It is in the second over. And they have a total runs of 13 at the moment. The second over is down, and Team Tanzania has bagged themselves 20 runs at the moment. It's a really good start as we speak. And our dear viewers, the people, the batters to watch out for, especially for Team Tanzania, is no other than Fatuma Omar, who's the captain and also the opener, a very decorated right-hand batter who has played 19 matches in the past year and has a total runs of 661. Her highest score is 127. She is a massive hitter and a big contributor to the team. So this is a person, this would be a big wicket for Kenya. And the second person to watch out for with the bat is the opening partner, who's no other than Saum Tayo, as we are seeing how she's playing at the moment. She's no one to play games. In the past year, Saum has played 14 matches and has a total runs of 192. Her highest score is 52. So this partnership is actually one of the strongest one in the Tanzanian team, which Kenya seems to be trying to get a hold of at the moment, as you're seeing. And another boundary. Yes, it gets to the boundary. That is a quick start by team Tanzania. That was a really sloppy fielding from the captain herself, Quinta, that has costed Team Kenya a few more runs there. There was a chance for no run at all. And coming from the banana plantation end with the ball is the Kenya's dangerous Mary Mwangi. That was a great save there, great save from Abuga, saving Team Kenya a couple of runs there.
And Fatuma Kibasu, she drives it but straight back to the bowler, and they couldn't make a run. And Mary, what do you think is a strategy? The captain has decided not to repeat the bowler from the other end, the banana plantation end. Do you think it's a strategy, or they have been?
Romeo, as I mentioned earlier, this partnership is one of the strongest in Team Tanzania. So given that with the arrangement that is going on, I'm assuming the captain's thought is to use their biggest wicket takers to try and break the partnership as soon as possible. And I would say it's not a bad idea at this point. An interesting change there. I think Captain Quinta has decided to sit off the pace bowlers because Fatuma and Swaum are not taking anything else for chance. That is pulled straight to the boundary by Swaom. Ladies and gentlemen, Swaom is on fire this morning. She is not letting anything to chance at this moment. And this would be a great moment for Team Kenya to try and find a wicket in all ways. Romaric, as you can see, there has been a change, a quick change of the field as well, and of the bowling kind of lineup that we are used to. So I think Captain Quinta is trying her best to try and break this partnership. What do you think is the best way for Team Kenya to do now? Because it seems that this pair can deal with the pace, can also deal with slow balls. What would you do if you're in Quinta's shoes at the moment?
Of course, Mary, as the fielding side, definitely, we're still within the power play, and she's only allowed to have 2 fielders outside the 30-yard. So you can see Fatuma is batting, they're only having the 3rd man at fine leg. And when Swam Godfrey faces, they only have the deep mid wicket and the fine leg. So you can tell she's trying different strategies. I think she understands the batter's points. I think she understands the batter's strong points, and she's trying to work against them. Because Melvin Dambo is the first spinner to come on. Maybe she's trying to see what the spin can change.
That was a close one for Swaom. She almost got caught behind by the keeper there, but the keeper was not quick enough to catch up with that deflection. The 5th over down, and Team Tanzania has backed themselves 36 runs for no loss at the moment. And for the 5th over, coming on strike is with the ball coming from the banana plantation end is Mary Mwangi to bowl her 2nd over. I assume she's trying to get the wicket, as she is the biggest wicket taker of Team Kenya at the moment. I think the captain decided to bring her back to try and find options of a wicket around here and break this strong partnership that is really disorganizing the field and making Team Kenya work a lot on the field.
Yeah, Mary, as you can see, she tried to face different footballers. And if you look at the economy, the spin has a better economy for Team Kenya as the fielding side. So that means the spin is working for them much better than pace. So let's see how the game moves on. She drives it through covers, and they managed to get a single.
Ladies and gentlemen, our dear viewers, if you're just joining us, we are coming to you live from Gahanga Cricket Stadium, where Kenya is taking on Tanzania at the 4th day of Kwibuka International T20 Tournament that is hosted every year here in Kigali, Rwanda. This is the 8th edition and it's currently hosting 8 countries.
That's a big one in the air towards mid-on, and it goes past the ropes. A 1 bounce boundary, the first boundary of the innings. Fourth boundary from Swamped Godfrey, and she hits it all the way down to long on, and it goes, and that brings us to 42. Same shot, same place, same everything, but now it's it looks like a maximum, but I'm waiting for the umpire to confirm. Looks like a maximum, but it's a 1 boundary. It's a 1 bounce.
Very expensive over there for Team Kenya. And it started really well. Mary started it really well. But with those 2 back-to-back boundaries, it brings back Team Tanzania to their usual game. It seems they're not taking anything to chance, and they're known for that. You know, judging from the way they played yesterday against Uganda, it seems like it's the same game plan they have to try and retain their wicket, and the opening pairs to try and push the overs as much as they can, and that is a little bit dangerous.
That's a drop.
A missed chance there. A missed chance there. That was a big chance to scoop out the captain Fatuma, but the bowler, it was too hard for the bowler, too hot to stick in the bowler's hand. Oh my, a very good chance there, missed by Melvin Idamo.
Yeah, Mary, as you see, Team Tanzania, they look very positive, and they are going at a rate of 9 runs and over. So if you look at the projected score, it's all the way up to 182 if they stay still with the same pace. So let's watch and see. It's a lovely start for Team Tanzania. That's wrist work. That's wrist work from Swam Godfrey, and she glances, and it goes down the fine leg, and they manage to get a single. And let's see how they finish the power play.
Melvin Idambo seems to be doing it for Kenya. She seems to be restricting the big hitters to just playing within the boundary ropes. Although there was a missed chance there, there was a missed chance for a wicket, she's still doing it for the team. A very good over from Melvin Idambo. Ending.
भारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है।
अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फॉरेन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Not sure yet when it's going to be like that. It will be the highest score of the tournament. But let's see. Of course, Team Kenya, they are trying to see how they can break the partnership by bringing another spinner from the banana plantation end to see if they can bring down the run rate as it is going so far. And it can skyrocket to almost 200. Yeah. That's Esther Washilu coming from the other end, replacing Mary Mwangi. So the spin seems to be working for Team Kenya. And having a left-handed batsman and a right-handed batter, it is also making them keep changing positions. I hope that works with them as they keep time.
Looks like a tough morning for Team Kenya on the field. Not only because there's a pair of a right-hander and a left-hander, but they're also hitting the balls very much to the point that
another chance in there.
Oh, that was missed by an inch. And there's a chance there, but no. These people are known for running as well. Oh my. This is the time that Team Kenya might need. That's quite an inch.
That's some wrist work again from the left-handed batter, Swam Godfrey. It goes down the mid-wicket, but they stopped it and they managed to get a quick single. Mary, as you look at this, the Tanzanians look to be on a mission. If you look at how they are running between the wickets, they are really on a mission. And the current run rate isn't changing so fast. It looks they are very consistent. It's coming a bit down, but she hits it again and goes past through the bowler and goes down there. And Longon manages to grab the ball right on time, and they only make one single. That was a good piece of batting and fielding from the rope.
Daisy Wairimu at the rope is coming through for Kenya and says, no. Not today, not another one, not at my watch. She's well known for her speed and precision, explaining the reason she's always around the mid-off and mid-on.
Oh, that was very close. A return catch, but Esther Washira, it was too hot to handle. But she manages to bring the score a bit down with an economy of 6 in her first over.
Yeah, Romeo, there's an unusual thing happening with Team Kenya here. They're well known for not missing any sort of mistakes. So seeing three chances missed, it is a little bit unusual from Team Kenya, and I think with the rate at which Team Tanzania is going, they might need to rethink about making sure that all the chances are utilized, all the mistakes are utilized, especially that a batsman only usually has one life.
Yeah, it's a very good comeback for Team Kenya. After the power play, you can see the projected score has dropped down to 154, and they're at a rate of 7.7. And if you look at the field, they're trying to save their boundaries as they have long on, long off, extra covers, and third and fine leg. So those are the field positions that they feel like they can stop a lot of boundaries from these innings. Otherwise, Tanzania will keep going. The pair, the batting pair, the opening pair for Team Tanzania, they are big hitters, but Quinta Abel looks to be understanding and reading, able to read the batters' strong points. Hence, they have really limited the number of boundaries. You can see it's only running between wickets, and that will get the batters to be tired very soon, and the team is losing morale. If you look outside, if you look in the dugout, the team has lost morale really.
And bowling to Captain Fatuma at the moment is Kenya's Melvin Idambo, who has kept her overs consistent in trying to restrict the two big hitters to play within the boundaries. And there is a chance there, missed by the keeper.
Good backup there. I was seeing a second run when the ball passed the wicket keeper. Luckily, she had backup.
That was really close. If Sarah Bakita was able to hit the stump straight, definitely Saum would be in trouble, and most probably might have been one of the first wickets that Kenya might have gotten today.
Esther Washira comes back on, and she drives it down the extra covers, and they managed to get two singles quickly. And quite an update from the other ground where Rwanda is playing Germany. Germany won the toss and they chose to field. So Team Rwanda is on 54 now for 2 in the first 8 overs. We keep you posted on progress on both grounds. She plays it. She plays it, but there's someone right behind, close to square leg. Short square leg. Another shot down the deep square leg, and it passes. It's another boundary. Another boundary. It's another boundary for Team Tanzania from Fatuma Kibasu, the captain.
It is incredible. It is incredible how this partnership is coming through for Team Tanzania. Incredible, and too much talent that both of them carry. It is interesting to see how much they can play all shots.
No, this is a very good start for Team Kenya, really. It's a very good start. It's a very good start for Team Tanzania with the bat, and a very good comeback from Team Kenya as they are managing to bring them down, and the run rate has really moved down.
Another one pulled by Fatuma, just for a quick single. This is a very crucial game for the both teams, given that both on the table, they're back to back in terms of the table points. And with that, get to the boundary. Yes, it got to the boundary. The Daisy sprint could not save that shot. Swaom is becoming a famous name here from the Tanzanians dugout. You can hear in the background. The morale is back. It seems they're back to play. Another boundary. Oh my. Wangare is being driven, swept, and all sorts of shots have been played in that over. Very good technique. Driving that ball straight to the screen. Romeo, as I told you, these ladies have magical talent. They can play all shots everywhere. And I think it's a moment in time that Kenya might need to find a breakthrough with a wicket.
Oh! She hits it down the middle, flung off. And there's a misfield from the Kenyan side. And it goes, it's another boundary. It's another boundary for Team Tanzania. That's a very good piece of batting from the half. Fatuma Kibasu.
That was slapped off the long off. And another one. Will they make it two? These ladies can run. Ladies and gentlemen, our lovely viewers, it is celebrations and singing and shouting from the Tanzanians camp as the two ladies are giving them a big show, making Kenya to work every second of the hour.
This is very good. If you look at the Tanzanian batters, it looks like a hit and run to me. Oh, this is the only dot ball in this over. Oh, that's another one in the air. But there's a fielder down the long on. She manages to stop it.
As you can see, I think with the field setup for Team Kenya, they don't mind anything within the boundary ropes. I think the plan here, and it's a wicket. A wicket. Sauma gone. Ladies and gentlemen, a breakthrough for Team Kenya. Finally, at the 10th over, Sauma is gone. She does not look very happy in there. Neither is the captain.
And that's how Melvin Idambo finishes her spell with an economy of 5.4. Very good economy compared to the other. Very good economy compared to the fellow bowlers for Team Kenya. And this is the first wicket. The partnership had managed to contribute a sum of 80 runs in the first 10 overs. And they lose a wicket.
Very good cricket. It was a good throw from the bowler itself. Melvin Idambo, I'm telling you, she keeps doing the work with the ball on the field. At this moment in time, Rome, I believe that this is all that Team Kenya will need. All-round performance from the fielders. That was a big breakthrough for Kenya. However, do not be deceived. by the loss of 1 wicket. The new batter in to replace Sauma is Shufa Ahmed. I beg your pardon, Shufa Mohammed.
That's another one in there. Down the long off. And they managed to get 2 quick singles.
Maslin Ochen continues from the banana plantation end, bowling, delivering to the captain herself. I believe after that run out, the captain looks to correct that mistake. The running seems to be a lot more coordinated and a lot more calculated. Another chance for a run out. Oh, that was trouble smelling for Shufa Mohammed. Before she could even face the ball, there was a chance there, missed by Imagine. That was really close.
Swam departed when she had a total of 44 runs. She was very close to her first half century, and which would have been the 4th of the tournament. But let's see. Another one in the air, down mid-on, but they have Longon. Longon runs in to pick the ball, and they still get a single. And that brings us to the end of the 11th over with 4 runs on board for the loss of 1 wicket.
A pretty good over there from Marceline. I guess the pace had to reduce, especially with the loss of that big wicket. Very key. She was really on form, and you could tell from her body language and her reaction to that run out, she was not very happy with that. And I can relate. Being a batter, run out can be a very disappointing mode of dismissal, especially when you're really close to registering your half century. And now there's been a change there. The bowler coming in is the captain herself to do her magic spin. Coming from the pavilion end.
That's in the air. Oh, close to. It was close, but the long one was at the ropes. If she was at 45, it would have been an easy catch. And then that was in the air. So the batters look to be on a mission. Captain Fatuma herself, she's there. Definitely. Another one in the air towards Longon again. Towards Longon again, but they managed to get a single.
Beautifully thrown there by Esther Washira. From the boundaries all the way. And there's a chance. Wicket ground. Second wicket for Team Kenya. The captain comes through for her team. And Shufa Shufar Mohammed departs disappointed. Bagging only 2 runs for herself. She seemed quite switched on, but the turn from the captain was quite magical for her to catch up with. Now a second wicket down. And the incoming batter is Huda Marisho. The fight is not over for Team Kenya, as Tanzania still has a lot more resources. And at the 12th over, they've managed to bag themselves 86 runs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's quite good to note that Captain Fatuma is still in there. She has herself 39 runs at the moment. And Quinta, the captain, continues from the pavilion end.
This is quite a good comeback for Team Kenya with the ball. Very good deliveries from the captain herself. And it's hit. She drove it, but the mid of his hands on, she couldn't let the ball go past. Good ball, good over, very good over from the captain herself.
I'm impressed. That was a very good shot there. That if any mistake was done by Melvin, it would have been a clean boundary approaching to our end, to the commentary box, and most probably would be the ones tossing the ball back to play.
Yeah, indeed. But that's a very good over from the captain herself.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Back to the bowler. She tries to drive it, but the bowler is hands on. It couldn't go past. It looks very promising by the look of things, specifically for Team Rwanda. A couple of weeks ago, they had a tour to Nigeria where there were 5 teams and they managed to win the trophy from there, further to beating Nigeria, the host, in their own league, and they brought the trophy back here. And if you look at our Kwibuka tournament itself, which started back in 2014, and we only had 4 teams participating, and those are East African countries. But if you look at it now, it's double the number. We have 8 teams now from different continents. Brazil and Germany that joined us. The rest are African countries. So you can imagine, don't be surprised if next year we have 12 teams. Now that we have more grounds, many more grounds, so more grounds, more games to be played, and more participants likely to join. So the future is really bright for women cricket in Rwanda, cricket in general.
And it goes to the boundary, aged to the boundary. You know, they like to say, for the pace bowlers, the faster you come, the faster you go. There was a chance there, but was too quick.
It's very simple. The drill here is you miss a hit. So that was an easy catch from behind. Another one in there towards mid-on. Balongon is there. She managed to stop the ball at 45, and she gets it back to the wicket when it was only 1 run made. And that is it's a very good comeback from Team Kenya, really. Like in the last 5 overs, they could only get 38 runs, and that's why they lost the 2 wickets. And the projected score dropped down to 146 from 182. But Tanzanian batters, they don't give up. They keep rotating the strike. They look very positive and confident. And Fatuma Kibasu, the captain, who's trying to lead by example, she's now on 40 with a strike rate of 108. Alongside Huda Omari Mrisho. So we are at the end of the 13th over, and the score on board is 95 for the loss of 2 still, and the current run rate is 7.3. So let's see, the captain herself is coming back to bowl the 14th. Let's see, and it's Huda Omari who's on strike. She tries to sweep, but it was a wide, and she couldn't get there. So that's a positive sign from the batter. Even the wides, she wants to chase them, as it will work in her favor. Looking at the field positioning. Oh, and that's a wicket down, 3rd wicket down. She got bowled by the captain herself, and Fatuma Kibasu, she walks. She departs after contributing a sum of 40 runs in 37 balls, 4 boundaries, 4 fours, and a strike rate of 108. And she departs. And the next batter in is number 11, Nasra Said, going in to fulfill what the captain had started.
Captain Quinta. seems to be leading from the front this morning, making great breakthroughs for her team. Being a captain is quite a heavy burden on your shoulder, and she seems to be doing very well with leading from the front. Made a breakthrough, big wicket of Fatuma. Loud appeal. But is a leg by signaled by the umpire. A great comeback from the Kenyan team, courtesy of the captain herself. But the loss of the big wicket doesn't seem to have shaken the morale of the Tanzanian batters. Huda Mrisho seems to still be switched on, and like probably what's going on in her mind is basically, well, with the loss of wicket, the game still continues as we still need to hit our target. And oh my, second wicket in this over. Quinta is becoming the talk of the day. After taking the captain herself, she now takes Nasra off, and Nasra walks off looking quite disappointed. It was a return hot shot. Great technique by the ball from the captain, and easily caught. Interesting how Quinta would just celebrate by pretending as if nothing ever happened from the look of her face after taking that catch. The odds seems to be getting on Kenyan's favor at the moment. Was a very quick start from Team Tanzania. Rom, what do you think of the game situation at the moment? The Tanzanian camp seems to be cold silent at the moment. What do you think should be the game plan, especially for the Tanzanian team, with the rain of wickets that we are witnessing this morning?
Thanks to Quinta Abel herself, the captain, finishing her second over in style, and that gets her to an economy of 3 with 3 wickets in hand. Oh, and the next batter in is Mwanaidi Amiswedi, who is in, and she tries to edge the ball, but she survived. There was no one in position. A 100 up for Team Tanzania. 100 up with a loss of 4 wickets. 15th over running. And it's Maslina Chieng who's coming to finish her spell. Ami Swedi getting off the mark with a risky single, but she made it. She's off the mark now, and the current run rate has really dropped down to 6.9. The projected score is 138. She hit it again. That was a return catch, but Marcelina Chieng couldn't catch it. And Nasra Said survives like that. That's a second life. And Marcelino Chieng finishes her spell with an economy of 7. And as you can see, the captain herself coming to bowl the 16th over, her 3rd over, on an economy of 3, which is very good, and it is favoring Team Kenya really. 3 wickets in hand in her first 2 overs. So let's see. Seems every over she takes a wicket or 2. So let's see the 3rd one now. And on strike we have Ami Swedi.
Running medals were all flowing to Kenya, but it seems they're trying to prove that only the runs and the marathons medals will be going to Kenya, but the sprints today are flowing, going to Tanzania. Very interesting game here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. It is the first innings where Tanzania is taking on Kenya at 118 runs in their 16th over for the loss of 4.
Very interesting how Tanzania is coming back, and they are literally creating pressure for Team Kenya by running in between wickets, and the fielders are as close as possible to the wicket. But Tanzanians, they are showing them that they can split, and they really run. They are making it. The sprinting in between wickets looks very promising and positive for Team Tanzania.
ये पक्का।
अब सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है, आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स
का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
That's a good shot. Some wrist work. Some wrist work from Ami Swedi. She glances it down the fine leg, and it goes. It's another boundary. Her first boundary of the innings. That's a very good shot from Ami Swedi down the deep square leg, and they managed to get two singles, quick singles. These Tanzanians can really run as fast as they can, and they are. No, that is literally Kenya putting itself on pressure. She was dropped when she was on 9. She's dropped when she's on 9 runs. Let's see. In the last 3 overs, she might surprise you. And she skyrockets her runs. But let's see. Let's see what Team Kenya has. The captain is coming to finish her spell. She has the best figures in this innings from Team Kenya. Let's see how she finishes her spell as a team leader. Another one in there between long on and long off over the bowler. And it goes. That's another boundary for Ami Swedi, who was dropped when she was on 9. And now she's moving so fast. That's a boundary, another boundary. Her first boundary of the innings. And the current rate is going up again, slowly, slowly. It's Quinta Abel. And she touches it a bit down backward points. And they get a single. She passes on to Nasra Saidi to see whether she can also get her share in the over from Quinta Abel. And Nasra Said doesn't disappoint. She hits the ball down long on. But the long on is ready. She stops it at 45. And they only get a single. A quick single. Nasra said, Ami Swedi, come and do it. Oh, and that's a swing and a miss. Good comeback from the bowler, Quinta Abel herself. That's a good comeback. And here, to bowl the last ball of her spell. And Ami Swedi just edges it down backward point. And they get a single as Quinta Abel finishes her spell. She finishes her spell with an economy of 5.2. And 3 wickets, 5.2. The economy and 3 wickets in hand. Very good figures. And 2 more overs to go for the first innings. And
the ball in the air. We'll back it again under it. Oh no, it's on no man's land. Everything.
that's another one in there. Over the mid-wicket, short mid-wicket. And it goes. It cruises down the deep mid-wicket. And that's a second boundary for Ami Swedi.
just got thrust all the way to the rope in less than 2 seconds. Romeo, these 2 overs seems to be very crucial 2 overs for team Tanzania, judging on the attitude in there by the 2 batters. They're not giving Team Kenya any breathing space at this moment. They singles by dropping. That is a very, very tricky strategy, especially for Team Kenya.
Another one down between the fine leg, between the fine leg and the square leg, and it goes for a boundary. And this is a third boundary, second boundary for Ami Swedi. Remember, she was dropped when she was on 9. She was dropped when she was on 9 runs, and now she has managed to get 25 runs in 18 balls first, with a strike rate of 138, which is very good and positive for Team Tanzania. Another one in there between the wicket keeper and Gali, but no man's land. No one is there to save the team. Remember, catches win matches. And that brings us to the end of the 19th over. Last over. And they have 142 on board for 4. Let's see who the captain gives the last over to complete the innings. And they set themselves the target. Yeah, that's 5 runs already in this over, and only 3 deliveries from Esther Washira. So definitely Tanzanians have agreed to disagree As they seem to be on a mission. They are trying to score in every ball. That's a fumble. And they take advantage. They get another run. Yeah, that makes it 7 runs in this over. Very good and promising for Team Tanzania. So let's see. That's a good drive down the extra covers, and it goes for a boundary. Third boundary for Ami Swedi, and it gets her to 34 runs. And remember, she was dropped when she was on 9. And see how she has finished the innings. Very good piece of batting from her. covered, the extra covers, and it River. We are going to be taking you live through this game. The innings, we see who wins. And it's a crucial game for both teams. Both of them, in the games they have played, none of them has lost. So this is game 4 for Kenya and game 3 for Tanzania. So it's a win that is needed by both sides. As on the points of table, it's we have Kenya number 2, following Nigeria, and Tanzania number 3. And that's the first run of the innings. Captain Quinta Abel off the mark. Oliver, what do you think this game will give us? It's by the look of things.
Well, I think if Team Kenya can get anywhere near this total, then we're in for a real exciting game here. I think from Team Tanzania perspective, early on in the game, they'll be looking for wickets. They can definitely afford to leak a few runs with such a big total. So I'm expecting an attacking field setting, attacking bowling, really going for these wickets, because if they can get a few early wickets, start to get into the Kenyan middle order, then they'll be in with a real chance here. I think if Kenya can take this game as late as possible, then yeah, it could be a really exciting finish here.
Definitely, I think if it's time for Kenya to start, I think they should be starting now. If depending on how they use their power play, it will give a clear indication of how the innings will go. That's one in the air, over long on, towards long on, and it goes. Is the first boundary for Quinta Abel and Kenya. That's the first boundary of the innings. And let's see, the required run rate is 7.7, and currently they are going at a rate of 9, which is slightly above the required. And it's a good start for Team Kenya. Another one, she slices it down the third man, and they manage to get themselves 2 quick singles. Point of correction, the boundary was for Veronica Abuga, not the captain Quinta. And at the end of the first over, you have 10 runs on board for no loss.
I think that's some good intent being shown there by Kenya, getting off to a fast start, which is what they'll need to do. You saw in the Tanzania innings, in that middle order, they were sneaking singles almost every ball that they weren't hitting for a boundary, and I think with Tanzania knowing the run rate required, they'll definitely be setting the field and having that energy in the field that probably won't allow such easy singles to be taken. So a fast start here, getting runs on the board, getting above the required run rate for Kenya will be vital here, and that's definitely a good start. But again, Tanzania, they'll be looking for wickets. I think with the field setting, they've now put a long on in to maybe protect that boundary that we saw in the first innings. That's a good first ball there by Nara.
All right, second over coming from Peris Kamunya. Peris Kamunya, who was the player of the game they had yesterday versus Botswana. And now she's bowling the second over. She's opening from the banana plantation end. Let's see. And the captain, Quinta Abel, she cuts it toward point, but straight to a fielder. It couldn't. It became a dot for them. They couldn't run. Zone.
And there's that sharp fielding we're seeing from Team Tanzania early on. Kenya thinking about the single but not being allowed to take it, which is a good sign from the fielding team. But they're definitely showing some defensive intent with that long on there. They saw the shot over mid-on in the previous over and clearly didn't like that. So they're getting some cover out there, which I think shows that they are thinking about that run rate, seeing that good first over from Kenya and looking to really reduce the runs available if they can.
That's another one in the air towards the cow corner, and that's another boundary. First boundary for the captain and second boundary for the team as a whole. Paris had started well with that over, but now that she's hit, let's see how she finishes the over. She has one more ball to deliver, and it's the captain Quinta Abel who's on strike.
Definitely a signature shot by Quinta. Great technique, creates room for the shot and smacks it off to the cow corner.
That's one very close. It was in the air between the extra covers and point, and it goes, marks the second boundary for the captain Quinta Abel and third boundary for Team Kenya. That puts them in a better position as the required run rate is 7.7, but they are now going by 9 runs and over, which is not bad. It's a not bad start. They are using the power play effectively. Veronica Abuga on a strike rate of 300.
Great cricket happening this morning here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium as we come to you live, where Kenya is taking on Tanzania at the fourth match day of Kwibuka International Women's Tournament here in Kigali, Rwanda. This morning we've seen Tanzania register the highest score of the tournament as they bagged themselves 153. It's in there. And an easy catch. Abuga gone. This does not look good for Team Kenya. Abuga. She is one fierce batter who's known for making boundaries rain. But today, apparently, she looks to be walking off the field, very disappointed, as the odds weren't in her favor. Very misjudged shot. Was going to pull that. However, the bowler was restricting her to playing straight, playing on the offside, but she decided, probably she was trusting her power. She's one of a power hitter.
And the new batter is Venasa Oko, who's number 3 and the top scorers as of today, with a total of 61 runs in 3 innings. And this is her 4th. Let's see what she has to give us today. She's on an average of 32 runs.
Tanzania need to be tight with their line and length. Can't be giving anything away here.
Paris Zakayo coming from the banana plantation end for her second over. The previous over was a maiden wicket. Very well bowled from Nasra. She showed great intent with the bat, and she's still coming through for Team Tanzania with the ball. At the moment, Kenya is playing at, has bagged 20 runs for a loss of 1 after three overs. And on strike is the captain herself, who outshined and anchored Kenya through the first innings by taking 3 solid wickets. That was a close one. Very, very close. That was a threat for the captain. She called for it. It was the danger zone. She trusted her speed and trusted that her sprint would surpass that of Tanzanian's fielder. And perhaps it was trusting the misfield. And Quinta is back on strike again. It's the end of the 4th over. And Vanessa and Akhada are trying to build their innings and see if this partnership is going to produce results for Team Kenya. It is interesting that we've, especially yesterday after the top batters weren't able to come, most of the top batters weren't able to come through for Team Kenya. But today it seems they want to correct that mistake and not leave the job to the bowlers.
And Nasra, oh, that was a misfield. Very good piece of batting, and it went down the long on. And it's another boundary for Team Kenya. If you look at the last 4 overs, the start was good, going great at 10, but the captain, after losing a partner, Veronica Akhada, she slowed down a bit, and now the run rate went down to 6 runs.
There, very she couldn't stop that, which costed Tanzania 4 runs, leaving the Kenyans with a big smile on their face. Nasra coming back on strike. Good running there from Captain Quinta alongside that has been signature shot from the captain herself. She knows how to create room. Once she's made room for you, the cow corner, that's where all her power lies. Speed of a bullet.
Well, I think so far the power play has to belong to Team Kenya, you must say. After that wicket in the second over, it was an important point in the game. How would Kenya respond with their number 3 coming in? But they've responded really, really well. And I think in that last over you saw that misfield just on the boundary. And as we saw with the heartbreaking game for Rwanda yesterday and the Tanzania batting innings today, I think we talk about bowling, we talk about batting, but fielding really is the unsung hero. It can make or break a game. And ball's in the air, and it's just over mid-off there. And they come back for another run. It's good running. It was a shot that was perhaps expected to get a little more distance, little more air, maybe a bit closer than Quinto would have wanted, but it was a well-measured shot in the end. But as I was saying, Tanzania will need to make sure that their fielding is sharp here, because too many mistakes really can cost a team. But it's been a good game so far. Another powerful shot there from Kenya. Straight to the field. Will just be 1 run. As I said, this power play you'd think probably belongs to Team Kenya, but even saying that, they're still needing 119 runs off of 88 balls. That is a very, very tough ask, even for the best. Play and a miss. Nice bowling there.
I agree with you, Oliver. I think basing on the experience we saw yesterday with the team Rwanda, misfield costed them the game, especially on the 18th over. And on strike is Vanessa. She seems to still be struggling with finding her form for today's game. The bowler seems to be challenging her. And bowling to Vanessa. Go for a second run. They're really good with capitalizing any sort of mistakes that the fielding side makes, which makes both teams quite strong. Especially they're really good at making the quick singles, and they're also big hitters whenever opportunity rises, making this game a very interesting game. Looks like it will be a very close game, like yesterday's game, that left everybody upstanding, and a lot of emotions were poured here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Dances, tears, everything was experienced here. Seems to be one of those games where, because this win means a lot for both the teams.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yesterday really did have it all. And one thing we learned about Team Kenya yesterday, or one thing that they reinforced, as we've seen so much before, is that strength in depth. Their deep batting lineup coming in handy. That will be a wide. And you'd imagine they'll need to go hard here to keep up with that required run rate, so wickets will fall. And the rest of that batting lineup will all need to step up and deliver, as Kenya take a single there from third man. Good running. They'll need to keep this score ticking over. Dot balls really can cost them here.
maximum. It goes all the way. That is, I say again, once Quito creates a room for it, either goes off the pitch as quick or goes for a maximum. Signature shot for Quinta. Well, that's a good shot there. And another one. Seems that they're going to try to get 2 runs. Comfortably done.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, looking at that field, they had someone deep at cow corner, long on, long off, all on the boundary with the offside exposed, and I was thinking this bowler needs to bowl it full, has to be tight on her line and length, or else she'll be punished. She was tight on her line and length, and it still went for the maximum. That shows some class from Quinta. She doesn't need a bad ball to hit a maximum. Great use of the feet there. And a new bowler now. Agnes Quell coming on at the banana plantation end. By the looks of that run up, bringing some pace into the attack. Nice long run up there. Again, no protection out on the offside boundary. So anything short and wide you think would be punished. And that's a good start. They go up and it's gone. The umpire showed no hesitation there. Finger went up straight away, and that's the end of the captain's innings.
Vanessa on disappointed. She was struggling to find her fit form. Seems that today wasn't her day.
Middle overs here of the Kenyan innings.
महारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है।
अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फौरन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
And did not allow her to even warm up for her captain's innings. Today she seems to have switched on and gotten ready for the Tanzanian bowlers. Maya continues from the pavilion end, bowling to Sarah.
And as we know from the long Kenyan batting order, there's power deep into that batting. As a big shot is pulled there to cow corner, but it'll just be one. Good field placing from Tanzania there. But as we know, the Kenyan batting order, big hitters down the order. But if one thing we know about big hitters is they may lack that little bit of reliability. So if the captain can stay in, bring those reliable runs, it'll be gold dust. That's a nice pull shot there. It's a deep square leg, but it'll just be one. Again, good fielding from Tanzania. It's exactly what they need.
Incoming, it is Kenya's Bakita, Sarah Bakita, to replace Sarah. We've not seen much of Sarah in this tournament, Romeo. We've not seen much of Sarah's fierce batting strength through this tournament. Might this be the beginning of her opening up and her form, and to try and anchor Kenya and help them get the 96 that are required in the next 11 overs?
Yeah, Mary, you're right. You haven't seen much from her with the bat in this league, but we all know she's good with that bat. And I strongly believe form might be temporary, but class is permanent. So let's see what she got. Her first ball to face. And she gets off the mark on her first ball.
She's a very experienced player. Dropped easily at long on. Another life for her at 37. And as we saw in the first innings, you drop narrowly, a fierce batter, and she smacks you off for a very huge score. That is another life for her. She seems to have more lives than a cat itself. Will she capitalize this moment that she's being given another chance to help Kenya keep the score ticking on the scoreboard? As we speak, Kenya has 60 and requires 94 runs. The game is still on.
Yeah, we are. Wow, that's a big shot between long on and long off. Oh no, it passes. A piece of misfield there. And the long off lets it go. It goes. That's another boundary for the captain herself. Further to being dropped at long on. And we are halfway the innings. And the score on board is 64 now. So that's 86 to win. In the last 59 balls. So that's a good comeback from the captain herself, Quinta Abel, after being dropped when she's on 35. Now she's 9 runs away from a half century. She tries to drive it, but the shot extra cover. The ball gets back to the wicket. Good piece of bowling there. The spin. Oh, she tries to slash it, but she misses it.
And she gets that one through. Between point and third man there, they'll come back for 2. Keeping that score ticking. And just how costly will those 2 errors in the last over in the field from Tanzania be? Missing 2 great opportunities to get not just any wicket, but the wicket of Captain Quinta, who's doing so well at the moment. Moves on to 43 runs. Make that 44. We've talked about fielding and just how costly that can be. All that Tanzania can do now is put those mistakes behind them, focus on the next ball and the next ball, and just make sure it doesn't happen again.
That's Sarah Bakita on strike. First the spin. And that's the wrist work. And it goes down the fine leg. But there was no fielder. The deep mid wicket had to run to the ball. And that's a good attempt of a run out. But she's safe. She can easily run in between wickets. She's quick, she's so fast, despite the size.
And the end of the over there. Captain back on strike. Long on, long off, both out. Person protecting the boundary at cow corner and at square leg. They're definitely predicting a lot of shots being played across the line. And that's 4. I I think it'll be 4 wides, leg buys, correction. 4 leg buys there. And I suppose that's the danger of using all your deep fielders out in front of square, is anything behind square that misses the keeper is going to go for 4 runs. We know that the line from the bowler here is going to be straight at the pads with the protection out on the leg side. What's the reply going to be? That's a good line. They go up. It won't be out. Looks to be a little high. Oh, and the captain's gone down there. Think that one hurt. I'm sure the medic will be on the field. Perhaps not. The captain's up. Showing great strength there. It's big, it's in the air, fielder's underneath it. Oh, what a take in the deep. That is absolutely incredible at cow corner there. We've criticised some of the fielding from Tanzania. I think that catch more than makes up for it. Cow corner was underneath it, but that took a lot of composure there, a lot of talent. What a huge wicket. The umpires are coming together there. They're not sure about something, but the Tanzania fielders are more than certain that that's out as they celebrate. And the finger goes up, the captain is walking. She goes out on 44 runs. Perhaps another metre or so, and that would have brought up the half century with a maximum. But the fielder within the ropes there. Incredible composure, diving catch. And that is exactly what they need. After missing a relatively simple catch, simple run-out chance, they go and take the toughest chance of the lot. New batter coming in, Esther Wachira. Big hitter coming in, 2 big hitters at the crease. And you must say that'll be what they need, I think, now. With so many fielders on the boundary there. They'll need some power to beat them. I'm not sure how many singles are really in this field to be stolen, so we could be in for some exciting cricket from these 2 Kenyan batters. Big hitters, lots of power. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Time will tell. Slower ball there, chipped, just missing Silly Madon. That's lovely variation from the bowler. Smart cricket, smart thinking. Chipped just over that fielder, in close on the onside. The last thing Kenya will need is to lose another. They need to build this partnership here. But Team Tanzania on fire at the moment. And you can see why. That's down the leg side. That'll be a wide. It's chipped by Esther Wachira just over that same fielder there. You must commend this field placing from Tanzania. Perhaps a slightly unusual fielding position there at kind of short mid-on, perhaps silly mid-on, but she's been well in the action there, so they've got a game plan. And it really is almost coming off.
Where Kenya is taking on you, Tanzania. It is the second inning of this game, and Team Tanzania set the highest score of the tournament That was glanced nicely. Will they make a 2? Oh yes, that was an easy one. Good shot there from Mary Mwangi to try and display some her batting skills. Quick hands. One thing we've witnessed throughout the tournament there is the keeping skills from all keepers all around from all the teams. We've seen them do a lot of magic with the hands, very quick and very switched on. Is it something that you've observed as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's a incredibly tough position to play. Have to be on full concentration every ball, and the value of a good keeper really can be the difference for a team. Tanzania certainly benefiting here. It's a short ball and it's been bowled. That really was not a wicket taking ball, but here we have a Kenyan batter walking off, bat under the arm. Washira is gone and she'll be disappointed with that. A freebie in many ways, but it got the wicket, and that has brought in Marceline Ochieng, who really is faced with a tough task now for Team Kenya. We know they're good finishers, as we've seen in their previous 2 games. They've taken it to the last over, they've managed to get over the line, but this will be their toughest task yet. That last ball clipping the top of the off stump and dismissing yet another Kenyan batter. We've talked about the strength and depth for Team Kenya with the bat, and boy, will they need this now. For Tanzania, they just need to keep things tight. They've got a good field set. They've got a lot of protection out. If you look at that required run rate, singles aren't enough. No doubt Team Kenya know just that. Another play and a miss. Keeper sharp as lightning there, taking the bails off. Tanzania oozing confidence now, and rightfully so.
That was a very, very, very magical over from Swaom. She was exceptional today with the bat, and she still is coming through for Team Tanzania with the ball. Very good deliveries from her. And the new bowler coming from the pavilion end is Tabu Saidi. Things seems to have slowed down a little bit on the pitch. The pressure seems to have reduced, especially from the Tanzanian team. They seem to be very comfortable at the moment. The Tanzanian team, especially that the odds and they are in their favors as we speak. With the loss of 6 wickets, the scoreboard seems to have slowed down on the Kenyan side, struggling to keep the scores ticking, and this might be very dangerous for Team Kenya. Oliver, as you can see the situation at hand, do you think at this pace Kenya will be able to have a comeback and actually get to the finishing line.
Brave fielding there from Tanzania. I noticed in the first innings a couple of chances similar to that the Kenyan fielders are long on and long off, just stepping back, letting the ball bounce, not going for the catch. We haven't seen any of that from Tanzania, and it's really good to see such brave fielding there out in the deep. I think the game situation as it stands, never say never in cricket, but it really does look like an uphill battle here for Kenya. And Tanzania, they just need to keep it tight. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. It's Team Kenya that will need to come up with something that they have not found so far. The bowling here really taking the pace off, which is smart cricket, as they know that Kenya will need to find all the power themselves to try and beat these fielders that are scattered all around the boundary for Tanzania. And it really does look like the chances for Team Kenya are dwindling every ball. But never say never. If anyone can do it, Team Kenya are just that team.
Absolutely, Oliver. Very beautiful.
मारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का विचार
लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
It is a good strategy that they decided to work with the slower bowlers at the moment, especially that the powerful hitters who are really good at playing slow balls are out. But I agree with you again. Too early to tell, as T20 games changes very quickly. And as you've seen there, Mary Mwangi seems to still be switched on.
And complacency can be the real killer in cricket. And with a team cruising like Tanzania are right now, it can be hard to stay so switched on. Run rate slowing, the sun beating down these fielders all around the Tanzania. Quick single being taken there. Oh, very smart cricket from the Tanzania wicketkeeper, just flicking that ball behind her, going for the stumps. But a successful quick single there for Kenya. Linda Masawe, Tanzania wicketkeeper, with some innovative stuff. That's a double bouncer there. The no ball sign goes up from the square leg umpire. Now from the main umpire. No ball signalled. But yet again, oh, it's a free hit. This is what T20 cricket's all about. Big swing expected here from the batter on strike. She comes down, uses the feet. What a shot. And it's beaten the fielder at long on there. Gone for 4. And you must question, why have we seen that on a free hit? Because that's going to need to be the situation every ball here. Boundaries are needed for Kenya. But that's a really good sign. Great use of the feet. Good power shown. Precision as well.
Very good shot there from Marceline. And I agree with you, Oliver. That is the intent that we need to see for every ball. Because at this point, Kenya does not seem to have a chance with going for ones. A lot more intent is required, and especially after that free hit, it is evident that Marceline is capable of doing so. And from the previous ball, We saw that Mary went for it, that went to the cow corner, very hot shot. So I think the plan should be to show some intent into getting there rather than trying to keep playing safe when the journey still looks quite long at this point, especially for Team Kenya.
Yeah, that boundary in the last over sees them bring up triple figures, moving on to 102, and it's been bowled. And wickets continue to tumble here at Akhada Stadium as Tanzania delighted with taking the wicket of Masaline. And the journey goes on for Kenya, continuing to increase in difficulty. Melvin Adambo coming to the crease with a real tough ask. The tails of Tanzania team are up.
A lot of excitement, a lot of dancing coming from the Tanzanian camp as now they start to smell the victory as the odds keep piling up to their favor, especially on this game. With the fall of the 7th wicket, Kenya has 102, restricting Melvin to not a run, and Melvin manages to secure herself and get off the mark with 1 run. The game has slowed down and the Kenyan camp has gone cold quiet and cold silent. Oliver, at this moment in time, if you were the Kenyan captain, what would be your game plan to try and get Kenya back into play?
I think the tactics from Team Kenya here have to be pretty simple. Swing hard, find these boundaries, find the gaps. Tanzania continue to leave the offside boundary unprotected, but they're bowling to that field and making it so difficult for Team Kenya. Whether they can perhaps use their feet a bit more, give themselves some room to try and beat that offside field. They need to do something, because continuing to heave that ball to the leg side just won't work. And I think one thing to think about is these new batters coming in have no time to get their eye in, no time to see what the ball is doing, get used to the bowlers that they're facing. They're just needing to step out to the crease, take their mark and swing. The job's simple, at least. There shouldn't be much overthinking. And again we see the same field set for Tanzania that's working so well. Can Team Kenya manipulate this field, find the answer to such a good bowling display? The ball's been hit out to long off there, but just another single. And as we all know, this won't be enough.
I agree with you, Oliver. And now requiring about 51 runs in the 3 overs left. That is a really big ask for the bowlers. A really big ask for the batters. They really need to step up. But as you say, the field setup for Team Tanzania is not giving the Kenyan team any chance. They have displayed total class with the ball and with the bat. A good proof that not having a lockdown during COVID worked in their favor as they continued to train. And another wicket taken. Fabulous, fabulous catch there. A fabulous catch taken by Sufar Mohammed. Oh my. And that catch, that magnificent catch from Shufa, sees Mary off and Daisy in to replace Mary on strike. Great cricket, great talent, great intent. And one thing I've liked about the Tanzanian team is that they've kept it constant. Consistency has been throughout since the first ball. Tightened up everything, which worked very much to their favor. This is incredible cricket. Down to 8 wickets. We had 103 runs.
Quick single taken there. Throw goes to the bowler's end. That'll be an overthrow as Kenya alert to that. Come back for the second. And I think as Team Tanzania will look at that scoreboard, look at just how tough the required run rate is for Team Kenya. It can be so easy to switch off in the field, get complacent, but we're seeing none of that at all. Ironically, despite Mary losing her wicket, I think that was the intent that had maybe been missing from the Kenyan batters. Moving, giving themselves some space, trying to open that offside that remains unprotected because it wasn't working for them. But Mary just hitting that ball in the air behind square and losing the wicket to a terrific catch there. And I think now the batters here for Team Kenya, deep in the order, won't have much pressure on them. They can go out, try and have some fun, swing the bat like they've done just there. However, yet again, as the story of the second innings has been, it's only come to a single thanks to some good fielding in the deep there from Team Tanzania. Moving into the last 2 overs here. And it really is looking like the hopes of Kenya are dissolving ball by ball.
Better intent there shown by the batters in the just completed over. The intent of going for the runs, going for the ball, that is what they needed. But at this moment, if it would have come at an earlier stage, say at the 17th, 16th over, there might be room for some game changer. But it's good to see the intention. They keep going until the last ball. Particularly Daisy has been a very impressive cricketer, especially having a great comeback after getting into an accident about 4 years ago. A very vital accident. She was able to recover and get back on form. And as you can tell, she is on a mission, even though the chances for Team Kenya looks very slim as we speak. Great comeback. That's what we call commitment to cricket. Olive, as you can see, as you've been witnessing throughout this tournament, great talent of cricket is existent in this beautiful continent of ours. And thankfully, Rwanda Cricket Association has been able to provide platforms where female cricketers are able to showcase their brilliant talents and show what they're made of to the world. It's been an incredible tournament throughout the 8 editions, the 7 editions that have passed already. And now it has come to a point where even other teams from other continents are participating in the tournament. Very good sign that the future of women's cricket in Africa is super bright than the star itself. And I live to see that time when more African teams are going to be participating in the ICC Women World Cup tournaments.
Yeah, I think there's only one direction that women's cricket, especially women's cricket here, as you say, in Africa, is heading, and the future does look very good here. We're seeing some incredible talent being shown, incredible cricketing technique, but above all else, the attitude of these cricketers being shown. Team Kenya here, pretty much dead and buried, you have to say. Perhaps at this point mathematically impossible for them to win, but the intent they're showing, the attitude is still that of positivity and trying their absolute utmost best here to get something from the game. It's a nice shot off the pads, down to fine leg. Quick fielding from the deep square leg. But absolutely the future is looking incredibly bright here. These cricketers doing their nations absolutely proud here as we near the end of this first fixture today. Quick single being taken. A rare misfield. Rare for the second half of this Tanzania bowling innings. But it won't cost them here.
For those who are just joining us, we are coming to you live from Gahanga Cricket Stadium, where Kenya is taking on Tanzania, and the fourth day of Kwibuka T20 Women's Tournament, which is hosting 8 teams from Africa and across Africa and beyond Africa. This is the second innings going on at the moment, where Kenya has been chasing 153 runs that were set by Tanzania. What a catch there, seeing Daisy off. That was straight into the sticky arms at the covers. Seeing off Daisy, she looks disappointed, but I agree with you again. Even though mathematics at the moment seems not to be in the Kenyans' favor, the attitude of playing till the end, total class is being displayed there. And at the moment, on the crease is going to be Melvin and Lavender to try and push the last over.
Swing and a miss. No hanging about here, no time to get your eye in. I'm sure her teammates, as they were wishing her luck as she approached the crease, just said, go out there, have fun, swing hard. And that's just what she's done in these first 2 balls. That's a run out, incredible keeping yet again. And that is the end of the Kenyan innings. They are bowled out here. And that is a very, very well-deserved victory here from Tanzania. Incredible bowling display, brilliant fielding, a very well-deserved victory.
I agree with you. There's been total class from the Tanzanian team with the ball, with the bats, on the field, all round. It's a well-deserved win. They showed really professionalism throughout their innings. Didn't give away so many chances, and they didn't give away chances as well. That is what you need in cricket to win. As you saw from the close game of yesterday between Kenya and Rwanda, A few mistakes in the last overs, especially the last 2 overs, costed them the entire game, which Tanzania did very well to restrict and to avoid all sorts of mistake on the field. Well played, Tanzania. Well deserved win.
Yeah, absolutely. The celebration